What's up, guys? Welcome back to Passive Base, where we talk crypto and crypto only. Of course, welcome back to all the subscribers. I appreciate you all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, man, and you enjoy our videos, please consider hitting the subscriber button down below. Looks like 85% of you return to watch the videos but are not subscribed to the channel. I'd highly appreciate it. It really motivates me when I see that subscriber count going up and up and up. It just makes me want to make more content. So if you're not subscribed yet, consider hitting that button. Guys, today we're going to be talking about something that's been blowing up lately, and it is a very risky niche. This is the DOGE niche, and the DOGE niche has been exploding lately, and mainly due to DOGE coins run up all the way to 48 cents and still going. I mean, it's still holding strong. So it's bringing up all these DOGE coins with it and all these meme coins with it, mainly DOGE coins. Today I want to cover about 3 or 4, not 100% sure how many we're going to get through because I don't want to make this video really long, but we're going to cover a few here that have been doing really well, and one of them, which even though it's a meme coin, and meme coins, again, super risky. You can lose your entire investment in any of the stuff that we talk about here, so be very cautious. But with great risk comes great rewards, and the opposite of that too. All right, so let's get it started, guys. This is not financial advice whatsoever, so do your own research before you actually decide to invest in any of the stuff we talk about in the channel. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and switch the screen here. So first one here is Leash. Not a lot of people have heard about Leash, but Leash is in the ecosystem of Shiba coin. I made a video on Shiba coin, which has, since the price of Shiba exploded, whoever bought that when that video was made is really happy right now. But not a lot of attention has been brought to Leash. Leash is in the same ecosystem, and Shiba is one of the few coins that I think could last, and I'll show you why. Okay, and I don't want to spend too much time on Shiba, but I'm bullish on Shiba even after the amazing run up that he has had. Okay, so Leash is a lot more limited in supply. That's why you see the price is almost $1,000 per leash. Again, you don't have to buy a whole leash. You could buy fractions of leashes. But yeah, so what they're going to be doing is, if we go to Shiba here and we go to Shiba's website, oh, it's up here. We go to Shiba's website. It talks a little bit more about it, and since I've made my last video, Shiba had about 28,000 holders holding the coin, okay? And now it has over 70,000. So the community is very strong, and holders, with more holders, it comes more, the token price is a little more stable because not everybody's gonna just dump everything all at once. So the more holders, the more stable the ecosystem becomes. And the ecosystem for Shiba is definitely growing. So it's going to be a meme coin that's got a lot of people in their community and a ton of holders, and it's going to have also a use case for it. The use case is Shiba Swap. Okay, so Shiba Swap is going to be using a Leash to actually, so you can stake Leash. So price is actually over 1,000 now. So you're going to be able to stake Leash together with Shiba coin, and you're going to get Bone. Bone is a different coin that's coming out once the swap is released, and it's going to be released, I believe, the 25th of April now. So leading up to that, I think we can expect a little bit more of a pump on Shiba. I don't think it's done yet, but again, be very cautious, do your own research there. So again, so Leash, you're going to stake Leash, and you're going to pair it with Shiba coin, and you're going to get Bone. And again, if you don't understand why Leash is so expensive right now, it is because it's limited. Its supply is very limited, and I'll show you here. The supply for Leash is very limited. So it's only 107,000 Leash available. There's 2,600 holders, and if it's in that same ecosystem, and if everything works together with 60,000 people holding Shiba, and they might want to actually stake for Bone, they're gonna have to buy Leash also. So I think Leash is definitely undervalued for where Shiba is at right now. So Shiba has been in a hell of a run. It has consolidation spots here, and looks like it's setting up another consolidation right there for Shiba. And the second coin we're going to talk about is Shiba. So Shiba As I mentioned before, it's been stable at around this price here. It's up 60% today. It's up a lot since I made the last video. The thing that you have to look at here is how much total liquidity this coin has. It's 23 million worth of liquidity for the centralized coin that's not in a lot of centralized exchanges. And that's just amazing. I mean, it literally is mainstream now, and it's only going to get more and more mainstream, in my opinion, with the Dogecoin run. Looks like Dogecoin is around, let's see here, 39 cents right now. So everything here will also depend on the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has dumped really a lot since the 60,000, and it dropped to like 51,000. It was a flash crash. Shiba held very well, but for all these coins to be healthy and actually make it, we're going to depend on the whole entire market. And it looks like every dip Shiba has, it's being bought up. So even though the whales are selling, there's a lot of buying pressure to offset the whales selling. Okay, so Shiba is still a good coin for me. I think it's going to be more mainstream, and I think it's going to keep on going, especially when it gets closer to its swap. So let's go to the website if you don't know what I'm talking about here in regards to that swap. And it's right there. So it's going to be Shiba swap. You're going to be looking at something probably like a Uniswap fork for it. So late April. From what I've seen on their Discord channel, looks like they have a date of the 25th of April. Again, nothing set on stone. So, but yeah, check them out. If you're not in it yet, if you're considering it, or if you want to sell it, just check them out. All right, so next one here. So we're going to be talking about the runner-up, which is, I wish I talked about this one when I made the first Shiba video, but we're going to be talking a little bit about Akita. So Akita has been kind of following the footstep of its big brother, which is Shiba, and Shiba has been following the footsteps of Dogecoin. So these are like the top three: Doge, Shiba, Akita. So Akita has started to run. It consolidated a lot here. Since here, it has made major gains, and it's following the same type of Shiba patterns that we see here. It almost looks like the same graph, but I think for Akita, this right here is this right here, okay? And this right here is this. I think there's still, I mean, if Shiba keeps going like I think it will, even though Akita doesn't look like, I mean, I haven't looked at their website lately. Actually, let's check it out really quick here. Akita doesn't look like they have a swap or anything or a use case for their token. It's just literally hype and following its big brothers, Shiba and Doge. So it doesn't look like they have anything planned for, as of right now, planned for utility for the token. So it's going to basically just follow the footsteps of Shiba here, because there's no other use case on here, just people trying to make gains. You can see how small it is compared to Shiba. So only $3 million total liquidity there, and the volume, it's 39 million, which is amazing. And Shiba is just 119 million worth of volume. So Akita, again, I like it. I like it because I think it's still going to keep running. Graph looks super strong. Again, all the dips that have been happening here have been bought up. There is whales, but the whales that are selling, people are just coming in and picking up the crumbs and driving the price higher. Let's take a look at the third token really quick. This one is kind of under the radar. It does have a different tokenomics than the other two. And that is, it's Husky. So Husky is the next coin we're going to talk about. But before we even get started, they had done a snapshot on March 2nd. That was before Dogecoin kind of really blew up and the dog niche meme coins started going. They did a snapshot, because they're going to actually be deploying Husky on the Binance Smart Chain. So that's great. It's going to be a lot cheaper for people to actually interact with the contract on the Binance Smart Chain. They're going to be active in both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Husky is up 71% today. And Husky has a different tokenomic. Their website is down now because there's too much traffic on there, but whenever you're going to buy it on Uniswap, you have to set the slippage higher at around, I've been setting it around 4% to actually be able to buy it, because it does charge a tax fee, and the tax fee does get distributed to all their holders automatically. So you don't have to stake the token or anything like that. Just buying and holding Husky, you will get passive airdrops to your wallet automatically without you even doing anything. Just because of those fees, the contract is automatically sending them out to the holders. So even if you get a little bit of this and you forget about it, and as long as there's trading happening here, as long as there's volume and tokens exchanging, being bought and sold, the fee that the contract charges will basically distribute evenly to all the holders, depending on how much of the percentage of the token supply you own. So it's kind of like a passive income type of thing, and you're riding on that DOGE niche again, and that's why it's up 71%. Again, the graph is just starting out. This is not something that's really hyped up. Not a ton of people know about this yet. They do have a okay website. I just tried going in there, and it is literally, I think they're having some kind of a DOS attack there, and it's blocking even with this, and it's being blocked. So this is essentially good, because that means that the website is just getting a ton of traffic right now that they cannot handle it, and the website is down. So you guys can check it out later. Maybe it comes back up later. But this is a positive in my book, that Husky is probably going to start seeing higher demands. One thing with the tokens that just came out, like Husky, okay, so if you're kind of new to this meme stuff and these super risky tokens, if you get in something that's really early, the people that bought in before you, the ones that really bought in when the token came out around here, they are most likely to not want to really hold for a long time, because they don't want to gamble if this thing is actually going to take off or not. So you might see pretty amazing drops from where you buy it to like 50%, even more than that, and then the token goes and passes what you're where you bought it at, and then you're in profit. So it's a really a huge roller coaster ride, but you just got to stomach it. So don't put anything that you cannot lose into these things just because you want to be comfortable. The thing about it is you want to hold it for a while so you can see it developed. So whoever bought it there, sold it here, right? And they kind of miss out on that. And whoever bought it here, or it went up and they held, and then all of a sudden it dropped all the way down here, and they sold down there because they freaked out. It's a super low price based on where they got in. I mean, you can see here what's happening. Look at the size of the buy wicks and the size of the sell wicks here. Let's zoom in. They're pretty significant. So it's very volatile. So if you're not experienced enough and you don't know what you're doing, try not to look at it. Because right now the DOGE niche is blowing up. And if Bitcoin trends where it's at now, let's take a look. So BTC is at 55,000, 55.5. So if it stays above 55.5, not 55.5, if it stays above 55, most things will hold up and continue rallying. Whenever people see 54 here, they kind of get a little shaky and things kind of start to kind of drop a little bit. And then it goes above 55 again, and people get a little bit more comfortable because it's closer to that $60,000 mark, and that's where people want it to go back to. Of course, it's the market, so we don't know what's going to happen. If BTC does drop, we're going to see all of this stuff drop, and the ones that are going to get hit the most are these meme coins, okay, because they have basically almost no fundamentals to them other than people buying to make a profit. Okay, other than Shiba, I like Shiba. I like what they did, man. I like that they're having a use case for their token, and I like how steady their token is and creeping up. I mean, 62% gains. It's been making very good gains every day, which is very impressive. So even if you do end up taking a lot of profit from Shiba, I myself, what I did is I just leave a small moon bag there, and I have a person in my private Telegram that did just that, and it wasn't a large moon bag. When you say a moon bag, you think it's going to be something huge. It was very tiny, but now that tiny moon bag is worth a ton of money. It's kind of ridiculous how crypto can completely change your perspective of an investment and what the returns can be. I mean, you can literally change your life. Especially when hype like this on these coins, they do pump more than coins that are fundamental. They have more fundamentals to them. Real projects, you know, the real projects are the ones that are going to be around for the longest because they're going to be used for something rather than just the speculation. But that's basically it, guys. These are the 3 coins. So Shiba, we're looking at Husky, and we're also looking at Akita. So take a look at those. There are a ton more, but there's no point of talking about the other ones because the market is very saturated. So the money is running thin. So there needs to, if there's a lot of these, there's going to need to have a ton of money going into all these projects for them to even start making gains. If the money focuses on 3 projects, which these are kind of getting a lot more popular now, it's going to have more of a chance of actually running up and making you some gains. The other ones that are starting now are super high risky, but they might take off, but most of them will not. So you will most likely lose a lot of money with those. I'm not going to cover them until I see that there's even more hype coming into this. But I think for 3 coins that have somewhat a lot of volume on here, we're looking for volume, we're looking for liquidity. And this is just amazing for Shiba. And the more risky one here is this one, and this is the smallest one that I will cover, which is a $4 million volume, which is good still. And you're looking at about $500,000 worth of liquidity on there. Guys, thank you so much for sticking through the entire video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button down below. I will make more videos more often. Of course, this is not my typical type of videos. I'm more of a fundamental type of person, but I have to cover this because, again, there's gains to be made and I want you guys to kind of be aware of this. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.